I just left Marty Supreme with a chemical dependence to the emotions that I felt while watching it. I'm not going to claim to be a movie expert, but here are 8 things that stood out to me while I watched it. Spoilers are included, so beware. If you want to continue at your own risk. But I was very moved by this movie, and I have to tell you. Number 1.
It was super refreshing to see someone actually care about something again.
It seems like everyone lately is very willing to settle for a certain and known path. People, although they may achieve some idea of success, they could go to college, they could get a great job, and be looked at as successful. A lot of times people have something looming in the back of their mind that they are too scared to chase. And I think people live with this just dark corner of who they want to be. And it's infamous for when people get on their deathbed. They sit there and they wish there's all these what ifs. And Marty is an example of someone whose passion was so strong, he had to actualize that dream before he died. And I felt that was so moving for me. I felt like I related to him a lot in that way. And I'll get to some other points on that. Number 2.
The exhilaration while pursuing greatness. Throughout
the entire movie, Marty is taking incredible risks, and they just build up and build up and build up. Marty is obviously a guy who is not risk averse. He will do anything to get what he wants. And I think that this risk-oriented mindset is absolutely necessary for someone who just must achieve something. I think if you want to do something in your life, you have to have some of that risk allowance in your mind. And it was beautiful to see that, to the point of people dying if you watch the movie. Maybe I don't need that many spoilers. I don't know.
Number 3, Marty was an incredible salesman. He was
able to ruse anyone in his path to just get one step closer to the thing he wanted. There's manipulation and then there's persuasion. Manipulation is getting something that you want or making someone do something that'll hurt them. Persuasion is getting someone to do something that will help them. Marty was definitely just completely manipulating people. It was every single scene Marty would come in, and almost everything he said to everyone was a lie. And there was the one scene where he was talking with the rich white lady. I don't really know her name. And he goes in, he says he stole the necklace, and she realizes that he's just lying to her face. But still she comes back. She says, "Meet me in Central Park at midnight." And she gives him a necklace. He got what he wanted despite having wronged her so terribly. He has this charisma that is indisputable, and it doesn't come from something he was given. I think that he just wants the end result so badly that he will say and do anything, and that energy pours out of him into other people, and it's infectious and very powerful. And he ultimately uses it to manipulate people and just get what he wants. But I think what you can take from that is to have such a strong belief. He knew he was going to beat the Japanese guy. And his belief infected everything he said, because everything he was doing was going towards this one thing that he wanted and knew he would get so badly. I think it really swayed people's opinions about him, and it was infectious even if they didn't know it. And that goes to Marty's brilliance. He was a brilliant character. That's that. Number 4.
I think Marty had a really good heart deep down, and he was simply just so consumed
by this dream, by this goal, that he had to see it through. I think this is very relatable. I think it's an unknown version of the future that you believe you are meant to pursue can move you so much that you start to disregard things that really, really matter. You could see Marty didn't really have the strongest relationships. He was Although there were moments when he would show support for the girl he got pregnant, I don't know names besides Marty. He got her pregnant, and although he took her in, he supported her when he thought she was beaten. There's these moments where you see his kind heart come through. But in the end, or until the very end, the dream still is bigger than his heart. The dream is bigger than his heart. And it wasn't until the last really few minutes of the movie that you see his kind heart come through. But I could see little tidbits of it throughout the movie, although 95% of it, the dream was just too big for his heart to shine through.
Number 5, he was doubted by every single person. I can
Recall multiple scenes where people are like, oh, you're doing that ping pong thing? Oh, when are you gonna, I think it was his uncle or his dad, he tried to arrest him to try to keep him from pursuing the dream. Come on, you really gonna keep doing this ping pong thing? But Marty had 0 ounces of doubt. He was gonna keep going no matter what anyone said. It's a classic tale. I thought that was just super refreshing again to see. He was doubted by everyone, but he did not care. He had the ultimate self-belief. Number 6, this is one that I just loved.
There was so much beauty in his relationship with the girl he got
Pregnant, I don't know her name. They were such a great pair because you notice Marty will do anything for his dream. This woman will do anything for Marty. She risked her life over and over again. She took a bullet, literally, for Marty. And I can't think of something more beautiful than that. That's what I want. If females are watching, you gotta be willing to take a bullet. He definitely disregarded her at first. He treated her like shit. And she just did not give up on him. She never gave up on him. And he was an asshole to her. He blew her off. I think of the movie Whiplash. He did a similar thing. He said, I want to be great. I want to be a great drummer in Whiplash. And this girl obviously didn't feel the same way about him, or she just gave up on him so much quicker. But in Marty Supreme, I was so inspired by her commitment to Marty. Literally took a bullet for him. And while Marty was chasing the dream, she was chasing Marty. It was beautiful. True love story right there. Number 7.
Marty ruined a lot of people's lives in the pursuit of getting what he wanted.
And I think this is the downfall of being incredibly ambitious. You do not care about other people. And you think that this dream will change things once you get it, once you actualize it. And time again, you can hear other people say, I just wish I was still in the process, still enjoying the journey. I wish I didn't hurt so many people. Every time people get what they want, that's what they say. They realize it. But when you have this looming giant goal and you're moving towards it, everything else becomes invisible. It's like you're walking through a tunnel and there's other stuff going on, but you can only see this one thing that you're moving towards. And you tend to hurt a lot of people along the way. I just don't think it needs to be like that. I think that's a major delusion, and it ultimately bites him in the ass. He doesn't get what he wanted. In a way he does. He beats the Japanese guy, but he wanted to be on the world stage. It was just tough. And he didn't stop fighting till the very end. But I just realized how much chaos was caused by him wanting to be the table tennis champion. So much chaos, so many lives ruined. His wife took a bullet for him. I do not think that it needs to be that way. And I think it creates a great story. Excellent plot. I remember in the middle of the movie thinking, wow, this is like a coil, and they are compressing this coil as the plot builds. When is it just going to explode? Man, it was a great movie. And lastly, number 8.
His life was suffering until his kid was born. He was going after
Something that felt so real Felt like he had to do it. He had to be champion. He had to beat this guy. But he was never happy. He was constantly manipulating people. He would win. It would be cool. Got to hook up with that old woman, whatever. He got what he wanted over and over and over again. And although there was tough moments, he got what he wanted. He beat him. But that's not where it ends. And I felt the come down after he beat Endo Koto or whatever his name was. There was a come down. You could feel, what now? What do we do now? And it was a very moving moment when he goes into the hospital and this woman who did everything for him is sitting in there. And because of him, she got shot. And I think it all hit him in that moment. And I'm sure his life was terrific. But the point I'm getting at, his life was suffering until he had a kid. I think a lot of people have a path where they just don't find true meaning until they have a family. I've heard that from Naval. And I think that's what the movie was trying to portray. He found meaning through his kid. Absolutely magnificent movie. I think I'm going to say the best movie of I don't know. Admittedly, guys, I don't watch a lot of movies. So I bought a $75 pen. Peace out. Thanks for watching.